Wonder why some people seem to have it all figured out while others get all caught up in life's twists and turns? I certainly have had my fair share of getting lost in the maze, and what I've discovered is that the way to navigate through it is knowing and living your values. Hey everyone, I'm Laverne McKinnon, and welcome to the Moonshot Mentor blogcast. I'm a certified career coach and grief recovery specialist. I help ambitious, driven people feel confident, empowered, and excited after experiencing a career setback. Whether it's from feeling stuck in a tough period or frustration from slow progress, I offer up tools and resources to revamp your path to career success. This week's blogcast is a kind of map to help you understand how your unique values guide and direct you to your destinations, including your career. So I'm really curious, do you ever find yourself feeling grumpy or frustrated by what you're doing or not doing? Do you have trouble making decisions, maybe feeling stuck in the vortex of analysis paralysis? Do you ever get annoyed at other people? If you answered yes to any one of those questions, it means that your values are being stepped on, either by you, by someone else, or by a situation. Values are what's important to us, and they are unique to each of us. Think of them sort of like fingerprints in the sense that everyone has them, but no two people share the same exact marks. We may share values with other people, but there's never 100% overlap. Values are not chiseled in stone, and they change due to new information, experiences, and growth. For example, when I was in high school, it was really important to me to get good grades to increase my chances of getting into college. And then when I got to college, it was really important to me to join a lot of clubs and groups so that I could figure out what I wanted to do with my life after school. So I actually went from being an A student in high school to being a B student at university. Now, values are not morals or ethics. Morals say if something is good or bad. Ethics say whether something is right or wrong. Morals are standards of how to behave that are typically shared by a group of people. For example, I had a friend who belonged to a group which upheld a moral of no sex before marriage, and anyone who did was considered bad. Ethics are typically guidelines to help businesses and professionals in making decisions that follow a specific code of conduct. As part of my certification as a coach, which is renewed on a regular basis, I agree to an ethical code of conduct which includes confidentiality. So if I break confidentiality, then I've done something wrong. While values may be informed by external factors, they are an internal compass. Values guide an individual, while morals and ethics guide groups of people. So knowing and living your values with clarity and consciousness is the key to fulfillment. Think of values as your North Star to help you in making decisions across the span of your lifetime. You can always look to your North Star to determine if you're in alignment or if you need to course correct. Now, I've made some wonky decisions in my life when my North Star has been obscured by gremlin voices or getting caught up in someone else's values. Like the time I did the lemonade cleanse to try and lose weight that I didn't really need to lose, but I wanted to be cool and belong by looking a certain way. When you're in alignment with your values, you come from a place of empowerment. You have control over your own life, and you're also fully responsible for the choices you make. So it can be exhilarating and scary. When I was early in my career, I made a strong stand for a director that had never done a pilot before. I felt emboldened in my advocacy because I had done my homework and felt confident he was the right choice. I honored my value of championing marginalized voices, and I was scared I was going to get fired if he didn't deliver. But I knew I would regret it if I didn't do it. When you make choices that step on your values, life starts to feel bad. A hard truth is that we step on our values all the time, and we frequently don't recognize it. When my husband forgets to do something we talked about, I get upset, which is a normal reaction. However, I step on my value of curiosity when I don't ask him what happened or why. So then I'm upset with him, and I feel grumpy and upset with myself. When I honor my value of curiosity, it creates a path forward to course correct and create new best practices with my husband so we don't repeat the same mistakes. Now, a question that comes up all the time with my clients is, if I honor my values 100% of the time, will I be happy? So the truth is, the more consistent you are in honoring values, the more fulfilled you'll be. And fulfillment is living your life to its fullest capacity, which includes big highs and big lows. Writing this blog or doing this podcast is fulfilling for me. There are times when I'm walking and writing on air and I'm able to express myself clearly and creatively. And there are other times when I stare at a blank screen for what feels like hours. It's like nails on a chalkboard. It's painful, and those gremlin voices pop up. So sometimes honoring values can be challenging. The hard truth is honoring your values will not always bring bliss, and it's also not possible to honor your values 100% of the time. But when you do, consistently, it's going to bring fulfillment. Now, it's critical to know your values if you're going to find a job where you are set up for success and you can achieve long-term career fulfillment. Why? Because over the course of your professional life, you're going to encounter a gazillion decision points. Knowing your values helps you make decisions that are aligned with what's important to you. And when you're honoring what's important to you, you're going to feel grounded and empowered. After I was fired from a high-profile job, I was out of work for almost a year. I had the opportunity to join a small production company, and I immediately said yes, without fully considering what was important to me, other than paying my bills, which is very important, and escaping the humiliation of having been let go. If I knew then what I know now, I would have been able to identify that the role didn't actually honor my values at the time, but all I could hear was my father's voice in my head that I had to have a job no matter what. Many of my clients say yes to opportunities because they're living someone else's values. They don't really want to go to law school or stay in their hometown or work for a big firm. They say yes because someone close to them that they trust says it'll get their foot in the door or provide stability, or they'll learn a skill set that will always be valuable. Another hard truth. Your professional life will be full of challenges. There's simply no avoiding it, whether you're living your values or not. So why not live your values and make empowered choices? This will allow you to get through the downturns with more ease and grace. The other critical factor of knowing and living your values is that you become a magnet for the opportunities and for the people who are aligned with what's important to you. We're naturally drawn to what feels comfortable and familiar to us. So if you actively celebrate what's important to you, then you'll be a beacon to others who share those values. Then you can create an inner circle that helps you navigate the naturally occurring downturns. One of my core values is learning, and I love to read, go to workshops, and take classes. I used to be a little shy about that because I thought everyone in entertainment valued going to parties and would think I was too nerdy. But when I honored my value of education, I met amazing people at the workshops I attended who have now become a part of my inner circle. So bottom line, and in a nutshell, here's the deal with values. They're your internal GPS. They guide you in making decisions and taking actions. And when you're in sync with your values, life just feels more fulfilling, even if it's not like all rainbows and butterflies. It's not about 100% happiness, it's about being 100% you. Knowing your values is especially crucial when it comes to your career. Trust me, you're going to encounter countless forks in the road, and being in tune with your values will keep you on a path that truly resonates with you. Don't be swayed by what others think you should do. Life's a roller coaster, and your values are the seatbelt that keeps you secure during the twists and turns. And here's a sweet bonus. When you live your values out loud, you attract like-minded folks and opportunities. It's like a magnet for awesome connections and experiences. So honor your values, even when they make me feel a little bit nerdy like me or uncomfortable at times. It's the road to a more fulfilling life. Okay, so that's it for today. Head over to Moonshot Mentor on Substack.com for journal questions to support you in deepening your relationship with values. I'd love to hear what your core values are and what it's like when you're honoring them actively. So drop me a comment. It would be great to continue the conversation. You can also visit me at moonshotmentor.com or follow me on social media at Moonshot Mentor on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And if you enjoy what you're hearing and watching, I would so appreciate if you could subscribe. It would help me achieve my moonshot of 5,000 subscribers. Thanks so much for tuning in.